Good morning, children. Our next chapter is A Shelter So High. So before I begin that chapter, I would like to ask you, what do you mean by shelter? What is shelter? Most of you will answer yes, it is house where we live. Okay, many of us know this only, yes, shelter is the house where we live. But actually, children, when suppose you are in a market or at some places outside, or you have gone for a picnic, and all of a sudden if there is rain, heavy rain is there, then what you will do? Or suppose you have gone for your sports period in the school and you are in the ground and then you are playing and all of a sudden there is heavy rain, thunder, storm, what all you will do? Just think. Yes, in the live class you can answer what you all are going to do in that case. Many will say that you will find a place where you can keep yourself safe. It can be either the place of the portico, or you can also find yourself safe under a tree. So at that time, what becomes your shelter? It is the tree or a tall building or anything where you can hide yourself or keep yourself safe from the rain. So shelter is that such place, not only the house. So now hope it is clear to you what is shelter, from where we can keep ourselves safe from the natural calamities. We go to that place, we rush to that place to keep ourselves safe if there is any kind of natural calamity, then that place becomes our shelter. It is not always that the house is only going to be the shelter. And yes, before we begin about a shelter so high, high means on the mountain. In this chapter, we are going to study about the mountainous region and the different types of shelter over there. And yes, definitely those names will be very new to you and you will learn about those names, and also you will learn to write about those things. Before that, I would like to recapitulate what already you have studied in your lower classes as the types of houses. So here we go. We will study about the houses in cities and villages and some more types of houses. And here we go. Houses in cities and villages are very big cities. There are multi-storied buildings which have a large number of houses. These are called as flats or apartments, and some very high-rise buildings are called as the skyscrapers. Then in the villages where the people are very poor, building material itself is difficult to obtain. Such houses are mostly made from the materials which are available very locally, and these are called as the kacha houses. They are made up of mud and roof is thatched. Then in the hot regions, okay, flat roofs are there, ceiling is there, and walls are like which can block the sunlight, okay, and they are usually painted white so that the sunlight is reflected rather than being absorbed, because it is very hot. Now there are places where there is very heavy rainfall, okay, and there the houses have sloping roof so that the water can roll down. The same will happen in the snowy mountainous region also, children, because there the snow has to slide off the house, and here in the picture you are able to see such houses. There are also places, children, which are very prone to earthquake, where most of the time, many a time in the year, earthquakes occur. So one such example is Japan, and here you can see a house which is made. This type of house we found in Japan, or the areas which are very prone to earthquake. Then there are houseboats. So this all you know, and many of you who might have gone to Kashmir, they might have stayed here also in the houseboats. So it is a boat which is in the shape of a house, and this we also find in Kerala. Then of course there are places which are flood prone areas where there are lot of flood coming. Okay, so such places, what happens, there is always the danger of flood during the monsoon season. So people here, they make stilt houses, and here in the picture is the stilt house where there are stick like structure, and above that the house is made. It is made on a raised platform, and it is much above the ground level, so that even if the flood is there, the water will be there, but the house is above that, and it is supported by wooden pillars, and these wooden pillars are called stilts. So the water does not enter the house during floods, and in our country stilt houses can be seen in the northeastern region. Can you name any state of that region? Think about a state of that region. Yes, Assam. So that is the northeastern region, and the stilt houses are found there. You have also pasted different types of houses in your lower classes. And then coming to the Arctic region, it is the North Pole which is covered with ice, and here this house is, yes, igloos. Very good. And these are made out of the snow. Can you name any animal there? Penguin. So houses in cities and villages, the house in cities are usually big and multi-storied. Houses in villages are made up of mud and thatch, and this is what we have studied. Places with hot climate, people build houses with thick wall, thick ceiling and flat roof. High ceilings and thick walls block sunlight and keep the houses cool. In areas which receive heavy rainfall have sloping roof. Some people live on lakes, and the lake houses, they are, what do they make? They make the houses on boats. These are also called as the houseboats. In places where there is always a danger of flood, people make houses much above the ground level. In Arctic region, people make their houses with ice. Such houses are called as the igloos. Areas which experience frequent earthquakes, they have houses made up of light materials. Why light material? Because then it is not easy to fall or break, or they can remake those houses. Large, big, heavy buildings cannot be made quickly in very short period of time. So those areas where there are earthquakes, the houses are made up of light materials. So hope today you have just revised the types of houses and you know what does a shelter mean. Okay? So bye bye children.
The journey from West India to North India. Hello friends, this is Dhanno, a motorcycle. It is a very fast motorcycle. I think it is trying to say something.
Look, there is so much traffic and the streets are so crowded in the city, because of which I cannot ride fast and there is no fun. There is a lot of noise here. Since a few days, my rider Shankar has been wanting to ride from Mumbai to Jammu and Kashmir. Today morning, he mentioned that we will be leaving tomorrow morning for the biking expedition. I am very excited.
Do you all want to join us for the expedition? We will have to specially pack for this trip. Shankar and Dhanno will begin to pack for this biking expedition. Till then, you all make a list of the things we need to pack. Come with me. Learning objective. A. To experience a road journey. B. To gain information about few western regions of India. C. To gain information about Leh, the highest region in India.
Dhanno, tomorrow morning we have to leave for a long trip. I am bored watching the same tall houses here in Mumbai. For a few days, let us go and experience the clean air of the mountains. Come, let's pack. Where did my list go? There it is. I shall quickly go over the things to pack now.
Yes, Shankar, let us pack. Tell me what all is in the list.
1 tent, 2 sleeping bag, 3 plastic sheet, 4 warm clothes, 5 food items which will stay fresh. Oh, the most important thing, my camera. I will take a lot of pictures on the trip and save them as memories.
Friends, have you ever gone on a road trip?
Shankar, you packed food for yourself. But what about me? What will I eat?
Of course, Dhanno. How can I forget? Look here, cans of petrol. You will need this to ride fast on the road.
Yes, if this finishes, then I can get a refill at a petrol pump. It is a very long journey from Mumbai to Jammu and Kashmir. I too have packed warm clothes. Shankar, did you pack the map of India? Can you show me the states we will pass by in our trip?
Thanks for reminding me, Dhanno. Let me keep a map of India too. Look, we are here in Mumbai. We shall pass through Gujarat, Rajasthan, while going to Delhi. From Delhi, we shall proceed towards Himachal Pradesh and reach Jammu and Kashmir.
Wow, we will pass through so many states before reaching Kashmir. Gujarat is where Mahatma Gandhi ji was born, and Rajasthan is such a colorful state. And then Delhi is the capital of India. Am I right, Shankar?
Yes, Dhanno, you are very intelligent.
Thank you, Shankar. I am very excited. I am going to sleep. I saw on the map that the distance between Mumbai and Delhi is 1400 kilometers. You also go and sleep, Shankar. We shall meet in the morning. Good night.
Shankar and Dhanno go to sleep. Next morning,
Shankar, good morning. Get up. It is morning. If we leave early, there will be less traffic on the road. Get ready soon.
I am ready, Dhanno. Let us check everything once more.
Shankar and Dhanno check everything once and then they leave on their biking expedition.
Let's go, Dhanno.
Shankar and Dhanno reach Gujarat from Mumbai. There, they rest for a day.
Dhanno, Gujarat is such a beautiful state. The capital of Gujarat is Gandhinagar.
Look, Shankar, the houses are so beautiful in Gujarat. These houses are made of such intricate and beautiful woodwork. I also observe that the houses are very beautifully decorated with mirrors and beads and shells.
Yes, Dhanno, these houses are so interesting. Look, Dhanno, my favorite dhokla and khakra. These are a few of the famous food specialities of Gujarat.
After a few hours, Shankar and Dhanno reached Rajasthan.
It seems as if we have reached a city of kings in Rajasthan. It is such a historical place.
Is Jaipur the capital of Rajasthan?
Yes, correct, Dhanno. Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan. It is also known as the Pink City. Most of the houses here are of pink color. Rajasthan has a rich history and it has natural beauty too. The palaces, lakes and monuments of Rajasthan are famous all over the world.
Shankar and Dhanno purchased a few colorful puppets from Rajasthan and spent the night there. From there, they left the next morning and reached Delhi. It took them 4 days to reach from Mumbai to Delhi.
Shankar, Delhi is such a historical place. There are many monuments here, like the Red Fort, Qutub Minar, and the India Gate.
That is true, Dhannu. Delhi is the capital of India. We find a lot of political and historical attractions here. But look, the houses in Delhi are similar to Mumbai. They are also made up of bricks, cement and glass. I want to reach the mountains soon. There we will find houses made up of wood with snow-covered sloping terraces.
Yes, even I cannot wait now. But now the road ahead is going to get steep and narrower. I will be able to climb slowly.
Shankar and Dhanno left Delhi and reached Manali in 2 days. Manali is a district in Himachal Pradesh.
Finally, I can breathe in fresh and crisp air. It is so peaceful in the mountains.
Yes, Shankar, I'm also feeling very nice. However, the roads ahead are narrower and steep. The roads to Jammu and Kashmir and further to Leh and Ladakh are difficult roads.
I think I will assemble my tent and let us stay the night here. We shall begin our climb upwards tomorrow morning. It is so cold, but living in a tent will be a different experience.
Shankar, you go to sleep and I shall guard outside the tent.
It is extremely cold here. This tent will protect me. You take care of yourself. Let us meet in the morning.
He goes and sleeps inside, and Dhanno stays put outside, guarding the tent.